People lined up at Chick-fil-A restaurants across the country today to show their support for that business. That scene right there, that was outside Atlanta, a restaurant in Atlanta. The unofficial Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day started by former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. A line of cars at a Chick-fil-A in Dallas spilled out into the street. The fried chicken franchise has become a lightning rod for gay rights across the country ever since its owner said he does not support same-sex marriage. And here in Chicago, some similar scenes where a group of local Republicans filed a civil rights complaint with the Illinois Attorney General. They say officials here are trying to squelch free speech. And WGN's Julian Cruz has been following all that. You got a lot more on it, huh, Julian?
Lourdes, things are getting very contentious here in Chicago. A local group of Republicans known as the Chicago Republican Party object to comments made by Alderman Joe Moreno and Rahm Emanuel. The mayor and the alderman criticized Chick-fil-A owner Dan Cathy for his public opposition to same-sex marriage. The alderman even threatening to block Chick-fil-A from opening a new store in his ward. It's not every day the line extends into the parking lot at Chicago area Chick-fil-A stores, but it's a measure of how worked up people are over what happened in Chicago.
The First Amendment was designed to protect speech, particularly political and religious speech, particularly if it is unpopular.
Chris Cleveland says it's a matter of free speech, and that's why he and a group of Republicans traveled to the Thompson Center in downtown Chicago, where they filed a civil rights complaint with the Illinois Attorney General's office.
In the city of Chicago, if you disagree with the power structure, they will prevent you from doing business here.
Though the city's taken no action on zoning for a proposed Chick-fil-A store on the city's north side, Republicans point to public comments, in particular those made by Alderman Joe Moreno, where he threatened to block construction of the store. The complaint says it amounts to discrimination, punishing someone for their personal view. The argument may be gaining traction based on the turnout at local Chick-fil-A stores in support of Chick-fil-A's owner, Dan Cathy. Lines were long at this store in Orland Park and in the city at Wabash and Chicago. Enthusiastic supporters standing in line for 40 minutes to get a chicken sandwich.
I want to show my support for Christian values. There's always something going on, and there's not enough of us Christians standing up for what we believe in.
But others look at the line with a very different take.
I think it's shameful. I think today we're a diverse society and we have to accept people who have made different lifestyle choices.
Gay and lesbian community leaders echo the sentiment, arguing that there's no place in Chicago for intolerance. Efforts to reach Alderman Moreno for comment today were unsuccessful. However, in recent days, he has made comments, and it is clear that he's leaving the door open to some sort of compromise, but it remains to be seen if a new Chick-fil-A store will ever be built in Logan Square. In the newsroom, Julian Cruz, WGN News.